Who wants to be a millionaire? I don't. Or, you know what? Maybe I do actually. Maybe I could be a millionaire. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our stream. We are live. And I think it's time to let Discord know if anyone is interested. We got up to about 10 people last stream, which was good. Hopefully, we can emulate that today here. But yeah. So hopefully we can see people coming in and joining us in the chat at some point. I thought I'd start a little bit early. I'll talk to you a little bit about kind of what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing Rave. We'll start off with Rave anyway. We'll do 2 or 3 raves before we go to more American style formats like the shuffle format. And finally, as tradition dictates, a bit of Super Milli. So anyway, I've decided, again, I quite like doing these live because, we get the interaction from everybody. But also at the same time, we also, it saves in editing. Editing is hard graft. Now, while I have your attention, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you a little bit about kind of our process for making the episodes. Sorry, not the episodes, for making the content. So I'm going to cut you. You can now see my whole screen. I'm going to show you Excel here. Spreadsheets, I excel at them. Now, this is our database, and it is full of thousands and thousands of questions. Red questions are duplicates, but I think those questions aren't exactly the same. I think they just happen to have the same, like which of these is the odd one out, and so on. But we go all the way from, say, 2 all the way down to level 15 right at the bottom. And we've got lots of different sources as well. So 3 are the questions I've written myself. I need to fix that because, how do I spell alternate? I don't know. I can fix that. It's probably like one of them is. That's probably like a really easy fix to do. And that's probably the proper one, the proper spelling. Oh yeah, put alternate instead of alternate. There we go. So this is a question I've written. Alternate, please, not at. What are the chances? 2 independent sources are each 75% likely to be correct. If they agree, what is the probability they are both correct? A good maths question there. That's what we were like. Oh yeah, that's the idea I've got. Something like a whilst we wait question. So my idea was to have some of these questions here, and I've put in the friend expert advice whilst we wait so that I can find questions to put on stream for people while we're waiting for all the coding to take place. So people don't get bored. This will make a good while we wait question. Anyway, the best sources are TVA Tarrant era. So we have 4,327 questions we've taken from the Tarrant era, all the way from 1998 up to 2014, I think. Maybe not that far. We've taken every single question from Jeremy Clarkson's era as well, which is on the database, including quite a few level 15s. But I think maybe I saw some of these on, I don't know if all of these were asked by Clarkson. I think maybe I accidentally, before I probably started sourcing them, found a website with answer these millionaire style questions. But that's one thing I want to start properly sourcing them. Now, the way it works is the computer picks 15 questions at random from each level. So we have here our picker. We also have, tells you how many questions of each level there is. Ooh, it's got a WhatsApp message. Apologies for that. 2 WhatsApp messages, 1. Let's just mute. 3. I'm very popular. I was coming from my iPad, the noise. So what it does, it picks us 15 questions at random from the thing. So all of the level 1 questions are there, and it just picks a random number between these 2, and then it just puts them into. Ooh, what's happened here? Oh, I've deleted something that's important to the game. There we go. It's back. But yeah, we just keep refreshing it, and we get all the questions. These are the questions. We could have this for £1 million question. In which publication did Ian Fleming's On Her Majesty's Secret Service? What's the question say? Oh, I don't know. It's just I've pressed buttons. It's redone it. But this is our £1 million question here. Oh, I know this one. Which of these is the name of rabbit's tail? And it's Scott. It also tells us what the correct answer is, and what it does is on the code, every single correct answer is A. But what it does is it replaces A with the correct answer, shuffles it round, replaces all the letters, so you'll never know unless you actually know the answer. These are our switch questions here, and for Super Millionaire, what it does, it just takes all 19, shuffles them, and then puts the hardest 15 into the game. As you can see, switch questions, they can be different levels. So we get 1 to 5, 6 to 9, 10 to 12, and 13 to 15 there. And then we also have our Ask the Audience. So on each question, on the first question, the audience could be 90 to 100% certain on the correct answer. But on the last question, they're only going to be between 50 and 40% certain. So that's our min and max there. And what it just does, it just picks audience stuff for us. So this millionaire question, 16% are going to say A, 31% B, 20C, 33D. So it could actually be any of them because all these numbers are between 15 and 40. The answer actually is A, and A only got 16%, you know? So it literally could be any of them. But on this one here, this is an easy one. 96% are going to say the right answer. This is for our 50-50, getting rid of an answer, and it also modifies the Ask the Audience results as well, so that if we use 50-50 first, it's going to make the two that disappear 0%. For our fauna friend, our friend will pick an answer, and sometimes they're always right. So if it's orange, it means the choice they've gone for is right, but not always. So this friend might say that. Again, actually, to be fair, a lot of these codes are quite certain, but then here, the last three questions, not so certain. Maybe they're too sure. I need to have a look at that, actually. Because, yeah, actually, all of these are being too helpful, really. This could be a problem. Because, essentially, the chances, the lower this number is, the more likely they are to be right. So, there we go. So, on this code, for instance, if it ends up like this, we're getting it right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Question 9, they're going to be wrong both times. 11, 12, 13, and 14, they're going to be wrong. So, yeah, we can't always trust the friend. But maybe they are being too reliable. That's the only issue. This number derives itself from the Ask the Audience results, and it's rounded and changed a little bit. Sometimes it's better. So it's like literally does random between the percentage of the audience get it right and 100. And so, you know, they could be 100% certain because maybe they know the answer for this particular £1 million question. They might know it. Anyway, we've been rambling long enough. I've actually not gone onto the chat yet and seen if anyone's joined us. Maybe we've got a lot of people joining us, but we need to make a start, really, don't we? We should be making a start. So you can see what I'm using here. It's something called OBS Studio. Oh, look, there we go. We've got someone on there already. Hello, Skylar. Thank you for joining us. Let's get rid of display capture and transition back to normal. Let's have a look at the chat and see what people are saying. We've got lots. You lied to us. Where's the link so that I can download it, please? To download PowerPoint. I have PowerPoint, but can you please let me download it? So Star Dylan, so you're the one that makes the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire versus the Clock. You also make the other game shows as well. But it's okay if I can invite you to stream. I'll be doing all my kick. His stream's going to be called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire with special guests. See, do you want to join my stream? Oh, by the way, first of all, can I send you the link? Well, you know, if you want to do the stream, that's absolutely fine. But we're going to do a stream here at the moment. So if that's all right with you, sir, because I'm about to start my stream very shortly. If you want to join, well, no, you could do your stream, sir. And hopefully you have fun there. We're going to do some Who Wants to Be a Millionaire here. And hopefully we have some more people join us very, very shortly. So we're going to start off with some fastest finger first. Have we gone live at the moment? Or can people still see? Because I don't want people... Oh, there we go. Perfect. Now, fastest finger first. We're doing Rave fastest finger first. So everything is on the Rave mode. We also have Caesar with us as well. But yeah, let's get started. You know, people can watch this back later. Oh, that's loud. We have Stan Smith from Langley Falls, Roy Keane from Cook, Rylan Clark from Brighton, Gary Neville from Greater Manchester. Noel Gallagher from Glory Fan. Homer Simpson from Springfield. Kevin Webster from Weatherfield. Kevin Webster! Ron Weasley from the Borough. Richard Purcell from Gritton. That's us, by the way. And Kane Dingle from Houghton. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining. We're going to start off with some fastest finger first, so you know how it works by now, I am sure. Let's get our pointer options there so we can actually take part in this. It's all visible. So, fastest finger first is the game. Just make sure my keyboard is working, and it is A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. So we're ready for our first question of the evening. Put these digits of... I think this is one I've written. Put these digits of pi in the order they first appear. It's 3.14159. What a great question that is. I have a sneaking feeling that might be one I've written there. I can actually recite 300 digits of pi. Do you know that? That's a little fun fact about how strange I am. But there we go. So yeah, 3.14159. This is pi followed by, and then quite a lot of more. But anyway, let's see if we're right. I think we are, but will we be the quickest? That's the big question. So it's 3, 1, 4, 5. B, A, C, D. We're playing as Richard Purcell. Let's see if we are the quickest person. And quickest time. No, we're not. Kevin Webster. Oh, Kevin Webster. I know me pie. I know me pie. All right. I'm down the garage learning me pie. I can't believe that. I'm gutted we got beaten there by Kevin Webster. I'm not doing this for Rosie. I'm not doing this for Sophie. I'm doing this for Jack. Abby, what are you doing to me? I watch a lot of soaps. Enjoy a bit of soaps. Although, having said that, I've just seen that 2 people have left the chat because of my horrible Kevin Webster impressions. So maybe we'll stop that and we'll do another fastest thing. I'm sorry, Dylan. I'm getting sick of people begging for your PowerPoint. Me too, actually. Me too. You know, if you want it, if you want to get the PowerPoint of the game, make it yourself. You know what? You can actually, you know, this actually is really easy to make, by the way. It is not that. I mean, I say that, but it's not a difficult thing. I think I might get this one correctly. There we go. Brilliant. Anyway, let's try again and do some more fastest finger first. Hang on. I don't like that. I want it to actually, like, animate. Put these Italian cities in order from north to south. Oh, I have no idea about Italian cities, to be honest with you. B, C, A, D. I was close there, actually. I just got Naples and Florence the wrong way around. There you go, Skylar. That's the spirit. That's what we like to hear. Right, anyway. We were wrong there. Let's see who's the quickest that time. Everyone got it right except for us. Everyone else knows their Italian cities. The quickest is Gary Neville in 5.67 seconds. Okay, we'll try again. This is Man United. Oh, there we go. I should get this one. Kevin Webster, he's already joined us in the hot seat, so he can't really help with this one. Put these Coronation Street characters in alphabetical order according to their surnames. Goodness me. I'm dreadful at this. B, A, C, D. Let's see if we're right. B, A, C, D. It is that. Anyway. So, let's see. Who's the quickest? Yes, this time we did win it. 6.14 seconds. A bit slow, but we are in the hot seat eventually. Go on, Purcell. Yes, there we go. So, we're going to do some Rave Millionaire. We are going to have a rave, everybody. So, let's get the live game sorted out. Now, what I've done, I've modified the live game a little bit. So, for the first rave, we're going to have 15 questions. And the next 2 raves, it's going to be what it should be at 12 questions. Let's see. Wow, you were so close, but here's an idea. If I go live, do you want to join? I don't know. I think, if you want to do your own stream, Skylar, that's absolutely fine. Good luck to you, sir. but hopefully people stay put here and play some Millionaire with us. McDonald's, remember, McDonald's is a dangerous place, and you know, they did cards recently. You know, Puzzle has every single card in duplicates, triplicates, in fact. The cards were not a good idea. Anyway, we are 15 questions away. Now, next time we do Rave, we'll just go to 12. But, you know, we'll start with 15, then we're going to go to 12. We're also doing the Classic Money Tree, and then we're going to go to Rave Money Tree. Send us the link. That's it. Scarlet, you do you, mate. You knock yourself out, sir. Anyway, we've got 3 lifelines. 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. Let's play Who to Be a Millionaire. In which month of the year does our traditional New Year's Eve occur? October, November, December, or January? Let's go with December. And that's good for £100. For £200, which of these phrases is used to describe a situation fraught with difficulties or complications? Ant's nest, nest egg, nest of tables, hornet's nest. Bit worried there, I was thinking, I have no idea, but hornet's nest has come up. Let's go with that. For £200. Finally, next up for £300. What word describes a person who illegally gains access to private computer systems? Surfer, hacker, looker, or tracker? And we're going to go with hacker. For £500. In which of these cities would you expect the majority of people to speak Spanish? Is it Milan, Toulouse, Lisbon, or hopefully D, Madrid? Hala Madrid. Also, what happens is we kind of modify the order a little bit because sometimes we just have the 500 and 1,000 as the, not a white hat one anyway. That's it. Well, you know, you could be just, if you could be a Royal Madrid or just a Pauper Madrid, it's up to you entirely. But either way, let's go Hala Madrid. And finally, for £1,000. According to the theme song from MASH, suicide is what? Final, painless, excessive, or pointless? Well, I would say that it is final. I would say that it is pointless. I would also say it is excessive, as it is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. If any of you guys having dark thoughts on the stream, you know, please get yourself on the Samaritans line. But anyway, what we're going to go with is be painless. Having said that, I disagree. I reckon trying to commit suicide would be incredibly painful and not something I'd recommend anyone try and do. But we have won £1,000. So, there we go. And we're going to now go for £2,000 with all 3 of our lifelines. We've got 10 people joining us. If you're there, please come and say hello. It'd be nice to hear from you all. Remember, everybody, we're going to work together on these questions, but no Googling. You know, as I say, you know, you can be an expert, but it's sometimes the best experts are the experts that don't know the answer. So, you know, please don't be Google. We don't want Google with us because otherwise there'd be, you know, it would just be pointless us doing this. We just win £1 million every single time, and where's the fun in that? But, you know, if you happen to know it, you know, please do help us out. Or if you happen to know, oh, it's definitely not this one, you know, please provide your expertise, but please don't provide Google's expertise. You know, no Googling. Absolutely not. It's not 12. The next 2 raves we're going to do will be 12, but we're going to do 15. We're doing the 15 rave, then we're going to do 2 12 raves. Oh, because you trick us. That's it. You know, love a trick me. Trick or treat. Hopefully this next question will be a treat for all of us. Here it is for £2,000. In which sport was Stephen Hendry associated? Well, it's quite funny, actually. We can't Google, but can we Bing? Ah, there we go, sir. I'm going to say, nah. That was quite fun, actually. While we're streaming this, I'm actually watching the sport that Stephen Hendry is associated with, as the World Championships are happening of this sport right now in the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. Stephen Hendry was a 7-time world champion in this sport, but was it boxing, darts, golf, or snooker? What do you think, everybody? As I say, I'm currently watching this sport. Mark Williams is 7-4 up against Antoni Kowalski. Mark Williams, he could have actually been a boxer, but he was a snooker. Do you do Rave of the Clock? That's my next project, sir, is to do Rave of the Clock. I think it'd be like quite an easy modification to make because I've got the skins for this, so I just have to make them purple and add a clock. I've got the purple graphics, so I feel like making these purple won't be a problem. The issue will be animating a clock. I don't think it'll be as hard as the actual US clock version I made. That was quite tricky. I reckon it's probably low effort, so I would like to do that. So after this game, is it okay? Can you post a link in the community post? What do you want to link? Oh, a link to the games. I'm afraid that there'll be no links today, sir. But, you know, thanks for joining us, and hopefully you can have a good time playing along with us on the chat. Well, let's go over snooker. Final answer. So now we can download it, pretty please. Probably not. And the Switch Lifeline. The Switch Lifeline is there too. If we need to use Switch, we can use a Switch. Okay, here it is for £4,000. Courgettes are a small variety of which vegetable? Cucumber, pumpkin, marrow, or aubergine? Now, courgette and aubergine actually are known to our US viewers as zucchini and eggplants. I believe that courgette's actually French and zucchini is Italian. But then we took, the English people, we took on the French word, and the Americans took on the Italian word. I reckon it's cucumber. It must be cucumber. It can't be anything. It's marrow kind of looks a little bit, but no, it must be cucumber. Let's go cucumber, final answer. Oh, it was marrow. Oh no! Oh no! 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 Ouch. Why did no one stop us? That's because no one knew. That's it. No, that's fine. That's fine. You know, that's my fault there. We still got £1,000. I'm really sorry, everybody. Yeah, I suppose I did say marrow was... Maybe I should use 50-50. Never mind. Never mind. We live and we learn. That's the thing. It's all a learning game. We'll have to do Faster Finger first again, but that's okay. And next time we do, we'll go back to Rave. We'll just do a 12-question Rave. Oof, well, I'm sorry to say this, Dada, but you're going home with 1,000. I know. We should have done the 50-50. That's my bad, that is my bad. Anyway, we'll go again. We go again. So, we'll do Fastest Finger first. We will try and get ourselves back in the hot seat. Can we do it? I hope so. A, B, C, D. It's all working. This is running. Oh, yeah. I kind of thought that a courgette would be like a cucumber, though, because they are quite similar plants. Sometimes when we do the... I mean, I say no Googling. Maybe someone could just do a quick Google now, just to double check that actually was the right answer. Because my brand new series of Millionaire PowerPoints coming soon. There we go, Skylar. And whose PowerPoint we'll be using on that series? Oh, you need this version of so you need this PowerPoint to do your new series of it. I see. So your series all hinged on this. So, okay, I see. I really should stream myself playing the PS1 game again. That's fun, that. That's always fun. All right, anyway. So that's it. Right, anyway, let's do a bit of this. Here comes the next question. Starting with the highest ranking, put these UK honours in order. Okay, I think I've got it. I think it's DBE, OBE, CBE, MBE. I put those in. I've kind of learned not to talk through it while I'm doing that because I can't concentrate on doing two things at once, doing the hosting, reading it out, and doing the typing it in the keypad. But let's see. Hopefully we're right there. DBE, I think, is like Dame. It's equivalent to KBE. So it is DBE. CBE. Oh, no, I put OBE before. So we are wrong there. That's okay. In fact, we're the only one that got it wrong that time. The quickest is Kane Dingle. But yeah, as I say, oh, is my mic on? Can people not hear me? Let's try. Let's have a look. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Can people hear me? I hope people can hear me. I'm guessing the 2007-2020 version. I think I can be heard. It says that, like, looks like the... But then again, I can't hear. Hang on. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, you can hear us. Okay, good news. That's good. Oh, I was joking. I see. Ah, you got us, sir. You got us, sir. Excellent stuff. Okay, right, we try again. We go another fastest finger first. Put these actions in the order they would normally happen at a hairdressing salon. Oh, it's too slow there. I mean, the thing is, I don't really have much hair, so I don't really get my hair cut that much. I think we're right there. Oh no, I put blow dry before cuts. This is so hard. Again, we're the only one to not get it right. Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson, he doesn't have much hair either, but he knew that. We're just, we're having a howler. I say we. It's all on me. Yo, Star, you doing Millionaire Hot Seat? I was thinking of doing a Millionaire Hot Seat, actually. I thought that'd be quite a fun one to do, but that'd be quite an easy one to make. I was going to make it based on the Australian version of Hot Seat, not the UK version, because I quite like the music and stuff for that. Put these famous Italians in the order they were born. God. Michelangelo. Oh no! I nearly guessed that right. I just put them in the wrong way around. Only Ron Weasley got that right. Ron Weasley, he knows his Italians. Well done, sir. We go again. Put these words in order to give the name of an international organization. North Atlantic NATO. NATO. Have we got this time? We're the only ones to get it. 4.76 seconds. There we go. Let's go. So, we go again. Back in the hot seat to try and avenge our previous defeat. So, once again, we are, this time 12. My video's uploading, and it says, can you please send us the link? Maybe one day we'll send you the link. But unfortunately, at the moment, the link is unfortunately not available, and that's only because, Skylar, at the moment, there's still bugs in there, and I don't want to be sending you software that's dodgy, because I want the best for your videos and stuff like that. So last thing we want is to send you a link to software that doesn't work. Anyway, this time we are 12. Hot seat versus the clock. I suppose hot seat was against the clock already, wasn't it? So that's always the fun thing. There. Now this time we are just 12 questions, not 15. So we're going to take it a bit easier there. Just 2 easy questions. Once the money tree appears, we can hear the money tree, but we can't see it. There it is. We got 3 lifelines, 50-50, phone a friend, and ask the audience. So this time just 12 questions for £1 million. Let's give it a go. Yo, Star, do you think someone will become the 8th £1 million winner in next year? Well, actually, we've got a new series coming next week, and apparently, I know that there's a £1 million winner. I think there might be 2, I heard somewhere. And another contestant loses £186,000 as well. So it's quite a big series. And every time there's a new series, more questions for the database. Yum, yum, yum. Now, and a bit of a lag. Which French term describes a road closed off at one end? Mal de mer, cul-de-sac, je ne sais quoi, or joie de vivre? I'm hoping it's cul-de-sac. Mal de mer means bad sea. Je ne sais quoi, I don't know. That's what it means, by the way. That's not me saying I don't know. He coughed a lot when he heard the news. Again, Charles Ingram did not cheat. He was not a cheater. He was strained. He was deprived of, what was probably one of the greatest ever Millionaire moments, trivialized by, he was cheating. One of the greatest contestants. Chris Tarrant said to him, you're the greatest contestant we've ever seen. And genuinely he was. And they decided, nah, he must have cheated. We're going to fabricate the evidence to make it look out that he cheated. Cul-de-sac. Star, let's walk away. We could walk away with £0 there. But now we can walk away. Actually, it does let us walk away with £0, and it will actually say to us when we click on it, total prize money £0. So that is possible. It was so hard to get us back in the hot seat, though. Like, you know, we've got to make the most of it. What is the name of the character who is aged 13 3/4 in the title of a best-selling book by Sue Townsend? Adrian Mole, I think it's that. Christopher Robin, Charlie Buckets, or Percy Jackson? Okay, I wasn't sure. Adrian Mole, I think it is. It's definitely not the other three, because Robin's, he's Winnie the Pooh. Buckets, Chocolate Factory. Percy Jackson, I've heard of him, he's something else. Adrian Mole, final answer. We just won £1,000. That was a recent Jeremy Clarkson question, by the way. That question was asked in a very recent series. Start doing like this. You know, I could help you if you want to. There you go. That's it. That's it, sir. You know, very much. At the moment, I've only shared with close family and friends. You just need to send me the link so you can... That's okay. Right, here we go now for £2,000. The British Naval Ensign features a Union Jack in which corner? Does anyone know this one? I think it's the top left. But again, I don't want to have another Marrow situation where, you know, I crash and burn. You know, it's not fair on everyone else. You know, they're watching us play along. They're like, I knew that one. Top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right. It must be, it surely is the top left. So we go top left. What do you think on chat? Top left? Not saying anything. Scarly, you're not getting, I'm not sending you anything at the moment, so you do need to stop asking, sir, because we're not doing that right now. But you know, feel free to get involved in that. Top left. Let's go top left. Thank you. There we go. £2,000. Okay, here we go for £5,000. In which of these products would you associate the name Lotus? Is that watches? Yeah, I think so. It's like Australia, because we own Australia. We've got our flag in the top left corner. You're Scottish though, sir, aren't you? How do you feel about that? I don't know. Never mind. Lotus, I'm thinking watch. Cosmetics, cakes, chemicals, or cars? Oh no, it's cars, isn't it? Must be cars. It's cars. Cars, final answer. Should we say cars, final answer? Let's go cars, final answer. We've got 5 people. We're going to say cars. We're saying cars. Oh, thank goodness for that. I don't want to blow all our money. Do you see the new video I posted? Well, Scarlett, the thing is, at the moment, all my attention's kind of on this. So I'm unable to do other stuff right now. But, you know, I will happily check it out. Let's all give, we all help. We're a community. Let's check out Skylar's video. After the stream, obviously. After the stream. Here we go for £10,000. Which politician gave up the title of Viscount Stansgate? Alec Douglas Home, Tony Benn, Michael Foot, or Edward Heath? I was thinking of Rolex. I was thinking Lotus were a rival of Rolex for some reason. I was kind of thinking, I mean, it's easy to say. I was kind of thinking watches or cars. Easy to say now. So good thing cars didn't come up, actually. Sorry, cars was the right answer. Good thing watches didn't come up. Lotus were connectivity in ground. Oh, there you go. That's probably why. Oh, no. I think that's probably where I'd heard it from then, possibly. I have no idea about this, by the way. Does anyone know? I reckon it would probably be a Conservative, because I imagine that a Labour MP wouldn't be made a Viscount. But let's go with ask the audience. Audience, on your keypads, which politician gave the title of Viscount Stansgate? A on your keypads is Alec Douglas Home, B is Tony Benn, C is Michael Foot, D is Edward Heath. We've got SSS Gamer VV5DN saying hi to us. Hello, sir. How are you getting on? Let's see. Anyway, audience, your keypads, A, B, C, or D. All vote now. Oh, it was a. I think Tony Benn was a Labour MP. Oh, there you go. Never mind. We were completely wrong, but never mind. Let's go with B, Tony Benn. Final answer. Was Tony Benn a Labour MP? As I say, let me ask questions afterwards. You know, you're allowed to Google stuff afterwards, but Count Binface will win the million in celebrity versions. There we go. £1 million for. You can't be a big Count Binface at the moment. All the politicians are so bad. Like literally, We kind of need someone like Count Binfaced in office just to... He probably makes more sense than the rest of them at the moment. But audience, thank you very much for the help there. £10,000. Okay, here we go for £20,000. Where in London is the Tomb of the Unknown Warrior? Shouldn't that be Unknown Soldier? Or is that something else? Imperial War Museum. Cenotaph. Westminster Abbey. St. James Palace. It should... Can you send me the PowerPoint? No. It should be... I think it's Westminster Abbey. I think it should say Unknown Soldier. Not Unknown Warrior. Ben was Labour, yeah. But it's interesting that you wouldn't expect Labour MPs to be like Viscounts and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's Westminster Abbey. Does anyone know in the chat? It could be Senate. No, it won't be Cenotaph. Cenotaph's just the monument. Maybe it's St. James Palace still. It could be C or D. I'm pretty sure it's Westminster Abbey, but because they always drop it down. Why? Because what they wanted to do with the Unknown Soldier was they wanted to make it so that they always lay wreaths and stuff on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier to kind of commemorate that. It could be anybody. It's made to be completely random. That's why they do that. And, you know, I think it's quite a nice thing they do. So like every leader, politician does this. I'm pretty sure it's Westminster Abbey. It could be St. James Palace. Let's take 50-50 just to be on the safe side. That's left us with Westminster Abbey. Imperial War Museum does still sound tempting, but I'm pretty sure it's Westminster Abbey. So let's go with C, final answer. I really hope it's not A. Yes! £20,000. Okay. But yeah, that's why anyway. Okay. They should bring back the physical telephone. I like that idea, actually. It would have been nice if we could have seen it a bit more. If, say, the first episode's a bit longer, because you had, what's his name? Graham Elwell, first contestant there, had the physical telephone. Then you get the rollover contestant, Rachel something. In the second episode, they get rid of the telephone. Would it have added to the drama or taken it away? You know, because that moment there where she's doing her phone a friend is kind of what made Millionaire as big as it was, the thing. You thought either B or C. I was thinking B or C as well. Well, actually, I suppose I was kind of thinking it was all four of them. But C was the most tempting. No, it couldn't have been Cenotaph. Because I think Cenotaph's just the... Well, it is. It's just the monument to the two. Why can't you send me the PowerPoint? Well, it's just... we at the moment, it's not finished yet. And I don't want to send anyone any software that's buggy. You know, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I don't want people having... software that's not that. But as I said earlier, you know, I'm going to make a video showing you how to make it. These actually aren't as difficult to make as they look. And actually with AI nowadays, you can actually a lot of this can be done now with AI. I've used AI to automate a lot of the stuff we do there. So, you know, I will show you how to make one of these one time. We've got Sam Gamer 123 has just joined our server as well. Welcome, sir. Now, here we go. For £50,000, we can still phone a friend. What type of food is produced by melliferous creatures? Does anybody know? Milk. Honey. Caviar. Truffles. So, the milk is produced by mammals. Honey is made by bees. I think there's a branch of wasps that makes honey as well. Oh, we got Thomas. Now, Thomas was a bit of an expert on our last chats. Thomas was very useful in helping us out. Having said that, I was always, you know, worried maybe one or two of his contributions did come from Google. Hopefully, you can help us out, sir. But if you don't know the answer, you don't know the answer. That's absolutely fine. You know, you don't, as I say, the best experts are the experts that don't always know 100% of the time. Spencer Lloyd tried to sell me antivirus protection and it had... Yeah, he's... Oh, yeah. Here you go, he's a bit of antivirus here, yeah. Just install this on your computer. Well, what Spencer did is he also came around with shredders. He said, tell you what, sir, if you want to... I can't really speak like Spencer, it damages my voice a lot. Oh, Thomas, you not Googled that, have you? Like, if you know it, fair enough. But I really hope you've not just gone and Googled that, because it's just kind of it does take away a bit of the fun if you just go on and Googled, oh, it's mellifluous means honey, means honey bearing. Okay. But yeah, no, he went around and he had like shredders with scanners. Just go and scan those bank statements in the shredders, and I'll go and collect them later. You know, he's a bit clever. Now, Spencer, he was actually a postman, and he got sacked because a lot of people's letters from the bank went missing, apparently. Anyway, we'll trust Thomas. We'll go with that. When you're done with it, can you send it? I'm afraid not. Let's go with Honey, final answer. Okay, Thomas. Thanks for your help. Okay. But yeah, just remember, you're quite the... Oh, that's very kind of you to say. That's how good, Logan. I always wanted to be an anime voice actor. There you go. Like, I don't know. Is there any difference to, like... Well, I've not really watched... Apart from Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade were the two anime shows that I grew up with. But then again, their voice actors just sounded like fairly normal. Unless you mean like in the actual Japanese versions. But then... The Japanese version, I sometimes watch them because they always change the you know, they softened it a lot in the English versions. So sometimes you watch the Japanese versions, and but they just sound Japanese. I thought it was milk. Oh, there we go. Credit card edition is brutal, kids. I like that. That's fun. It's kind of to say about the voice acting, to be fair. I think when I started doing the Millionaire series, I was quite bad at it. But then again, I was quite young at the time, so I think a lot of people are. You know, it's just a little bit of fun. I just like doing like fun little voices sometimes, and give them to characters. Spencer was actually a lion that we had, and I used to like have fun like playing with him, but like with the entertaining me younger siblings with Spencer the lion and his antics, and we turned him into a millionaire character. We put him in the hot seat. Anyway, we've still got phone a friend. Next question is for £75,000. Remember, everybody, no Googling. No Googling. Bing, also unacceptable. Asking Jeeves is not allowed. My STR format is not working. That's okay. We'll give this a go anyway for £75,000. No Googling, but if you know it, help us out, but don't Google. What was the former name of Ho Chi Minh City? I think that was... Is that in Vietnam? I want to say. Bangkok. Hanoi. Rangoon. Saigon. I'm thinking possibly Hanoi, but it might be Saigon. I don't know. Does anybody... Without going on Google, no playing DuckDuckGo, absolutely no. Opera as well, no. What else is not allowed? Yahoo, forget about Yahoo. I'm thinking Saigon or Hanoi. I feel more Hanoi because I think Hanoi is the capital. I reckon we should phone a friend. It's not Bangkok, because that's in Thailand, and Rangoon, I don't know what that is, but. Oh, Star Wars fan, I really don't... Star Wars fan, I appreciate the help, but I'm a little bit worried that you're a Googler. And as I say, like, if you want to help us out, by all means help us out, but, you know, just don't go on Google. Like, you know, tell us what you think it is, but don't just Google, because we don't like Googles. Saigon. Hanoi is different city entirely. Right, we go with Saigon then. D, final answer. And we have just won £75,000. Saigon sounds about right, yeah. God, I swear I need... Bowling4986, I recognise you from... You've gone on some of our streams before. You've joined us for our Billionaire streams as well. It's nice to have you with us today. Thanks for joining us. Here we go. For £150,000, we can still phone a friend. Remember, we're not allowed to Google the answer. Remember, the best experts are the experts that don't know. You know, they're good experts. We don't need people going on Google saying, "Oh, this answers this. I've just Googled it. That's why." Because otherwise, it just takes all the fun out of the game. So no Googling, everybody. Logan's right. Hanoi is some other city in Thailand. There we go. Perfect. The Ogden is a desert region on which continent? North America, Africa, Australia, or South America? I think we should phone a friend here. Because I don't know, I can't Google. I'm watching on mobile. There you go. You gotta make your choice, don't you? Maybe we should all watch it on mobile. Walking home from his work. There we go, sir. Clocked off for the day. I think we phone a friend. I reckon it's Australia for some reason. Maybe Africa. I don't think it's either of the Americas. But let's see what our friend thinks. It's unlikely to be Australia. I'm thinking it's Africa, about 50% confidence. You know, like flipping a coin, it's all about chance, my friend. If he's 50% confident, that means it is a 50-50. So it's not Australia, he's thinking Africa. We kind of said Australia or Africa, so maybe we should go for it. Or we could just switch the question out. Let's go Africa. Or let's double dip. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. I bless the rains down in Africa. Is it Africa? Yes, it is. Well done. 100. Oh, that's a problem. You see, this is precisely the reason why these PowerPoints are not able to be shared yet, because we've got some bugs in them, and yeah. That's it. That's kind of why I wanted to use double dip, just because I wasn't entirely sure. Thankfully that's there, but you could just see that this is not ready. It's not ready for people yet, because we got to get those bugs out. But there you go, £150,000. We used up all our lifelines. We could still switch the question if we need to. Maybe we'll do that. In European mythology, which of these is an archaic term for a supernatural being? Black, blue, white, or grey? I think it's white. Are we white to say it's right? Or shall we take the money? You've won 150k and an empty box. I know. What's in the empty box? Or maybe it's a mystery box. Is it white? I'm not confident enough to risk it. And I'm worried that someone's just going to Google it and tell us what the answer is. So, and I don't want that. I want us to do this properly. So, I think we take £150,000. That's quite a nice sound. It's quite. I do prefer the traditional music. I remember there's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Actually, Logan, that's why I was thinking it's white, because of that. Like literally that reasoning. There's a, I'm a bit of a, I do enjoy Yu-Gi-Oh as a game myself, and I was thinking that archetype, but it's more kind of, is why I was thinking it's white. Should we go with white? Let's go with white. We'll crash and burn. That's it. Are we going to crash and burn? Are we going to take 250? Let's see. Have we just blown? How much money would you lose? Just 100 grand? Do an extra 100 grand? Was it white? Yes, it was. Good. Thank you. We did it. He said C, and we took the risk, and it paid off. 250. So we go for £500,000. C is the final. That's there. Which of the following was born first for £500,000? This is a just a normal Game Boy question. It's far too complicated. They should have just kept it as it was. They're adding all these. I still never get those blue cards with the arrows on them. As soon as they introduced those, that for me was just. For me, I was more just kind of like a fan of the anime. That's kind of where I'm at. I liked the first two series. The original one and the GX. And then after that, it just kind of lost me. All the extra stuff they kept throwing in. But anyway, which of the following was born first? Anne Frank, Elvis Presley, James Dean, or Marilyn Monroe? It's going to take me a while to set up. That's okay, Scarlett. We've got time. If you can send me the link, then I can probably download it. That's all right. I think we'll leave it. As I say, we've got some bugs in there. And I don't want your stream having some faulty software in that, because I think that would be, I think you'd let down all your fans. And we don't want that. We don't want to disappoint the fans. The best good things come to those who wait. Speaking of, I've got no idea. So let's switch the question. Maybe James Dean? Marilyn Monroe. Which is a group which aims to further the advancement of women in politics? Emily's List. Nancy's Log. Sophie's Choice. Sylvia's Table. Well, Sophie's Choice is a dreadful... The English version censored a lot of the Japanese. That's it. It's true. I think there was like one episode where they stood in a building, and they're going to be sucked through a portal if they lose. And I was thinking, that's a bit weird, that. But then what really happened was, no, they just forced their deaths, which kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. You had the answer. Yeah, I think we've got it. I mean, it's not Sophie's Choice. I don't know. We'll walk away. I've got no clue. Emily's List, maybe? It was Emily's List. £500,000 there if we just guessed. Never mind. 250 is still, not bad for a day's work. And we'll take that. And that round of applause is not just for me, but it's for you guys in the chat as well for helping us out and also encouraging us to, take risks, because that's what we did. We took risks. Now, should we do one more rave or should we go to shuffle? What do we think? Rave or shuffle? We'll do some more fastest finger. Damn it, Star. I know. I've let us all down. You let me down. He thought it was B. Was it B? I can't remember now. Who knows? That's out of my minds. Oh, we had this one already. We had an 8, so. Let's go for the next one. So we're down to 3. I just wished you didn't switch. I know. I shouldn't use switch. Switch is kind of cheating. Oh, yeah. There's... probably not going to release the software. Just like my good friend Jack Soley 250k ABCD. Right, are we ready for this next one? I think so. Let's go visible. Starting with the fewest, put these actors in order based on how many films they appeared in as James Bond. Okay, so I know Dalton appeared in like 2. Craig's done 4. God. Actually, Lazenby only did 1. C-A-B-D. Oh no, it might be C-A-D-B. Did I put DB or did I put BD? I can't remember. I think I wanted to go for that order, but I don't think I put that in. I think I pressed B before D. Oh, I did get it in. Yes! Yes! We're in. It does, yeah. It does. We're in the seat. We're in the seat. That's it for Fast Finger. Let's do the last one just to see if we knew it. Some of the earliest place these TV sitcoms in order they were first shown on British TV. God. B-A-C-D. Ah! Good guess. I guessed it. Now you look at it. You put C-A-D-B. I did, yeah. We got this one. 7.33 seconds beating Roy Keane out. So we've doubly won fastest finger first. That's really good stuff. That's going to give us a heart attack for a completely different reason. So let's get rid of fast finger first. That's done now. Should we do another rave or should we go to do some shuffle? We'll do one more rave. No. Let's shuffle. We've had enough of rave. Let's shuffle. Okay. I do actually really like the shuffle thing. Okay, it's going to take a while just to get the money tree ready. Give me 2 ticks, everybody. Okay, we're down to just 2 people. We had about 10 before, but that's okay. At the moment, in the world of snooker, Mark Williams is 9-4 up against, his name will appear on the screen in a second, someone from Poland called Antoni Kowalski. But he's at the table, and he's going to try and pot some balls. But how many balls can he pot? When we finish shuffle, we, as tradition dictates, we will do some super millionaire. But we're just waiting for everything to... I can't fit my mouse. It's a bit of a worry. I can unplug fastest finger keyboard because we're not going to do fastest finger anymore. My mouse has gone missing. Oh, there it is. It's just waiting for this to... Oh, there we go. Okay. We are 14 questions away from £1 million. This is our money tree, but normally you just go up the money tree. Not in this format. What's going to happen is we're going to shuffle some of those values. Oh, there we go. Let's try that again. Let's try and go for a bit of a smoother transition with the shuffling, because it did lag a little bit there, didn't it? Although me pressing the button to go backwards did make it go. I just pressed the button to go backwards because we'll go for a bit of a smoother transition. Okay. We also get the categories of the questions, which are here. And guess what? We're going to shuffle those as well. And actually, these are already in a random order. So Never the Forever isn't necessarily the easiest question because they're already in a random order. But we're going to shuffle them into another random order. But this is the order that we'll face them in. Okay. Now, also, sometimes they used to do double money weeks. We just make it so it's all the time because, it adds to the fun. Oh, first off, we get our 3 lifelines. Ask the audience, and 2, jump the questions. Now, I actually quite like jump the questions as a lifeline. A lot of people didn't like it, but jump the questions is like the perfect lifeline because it clears the question. Sometimes, if you've got 50-50 left and you still don't know, it doesn't help. But jump, that question's gone. You're clear. Right, we've got a triple and 2 doubles. They're quite early on, but can we... Hopefully they get 25,000. That gets tripled, and that'd be quite nice for us. So, the first question is for... I don't know. Oh, actually, the other thing, I need to stand up because it is Shuffle Millionaire, and Shuffle Millionaire should be... If everyone can make sure they're stood up, please. No hot seats now. No sitting about. We stand for Shuffle Millionaire. Which country's national rugby union team is nicknamed the Wallabies? So the way it works is it takes the first 11 questions and puts them in a random order. So this is probably one of the easy questions. We won't find out until later on. They could have made it interesting if they got the question wrong. Instead of going out the game, they lost the money equivalent to the value of the... I suppose so, but... Yeah, maybe. Oh, actually, so if it just gets deducted from their total. So they've got this question wrong. It's a £25,000 question. You're on 50 grand, so now you're on 25 grand. And... if your total goes less than 0, you leave the game. That's quite a fun concept, actually. I quite like that, actually. Having said that, please stand for the national anthem of Shuffle and Air. That's it. I quite like this music, by the way. It's calming. It's calming. Anyway, the Wallabies of Australia. We are right. Let's see how much money is going to get trebled. £1,000 triples to £3,000. Okay, we could have done better there, but it's still money. End of the day, not going to say no to that. We've got double money next. Maybe we can double 25. Who knows? Which of these played on the Beatles single "Get Back"? Billy Pontefract, Billy Portsmouth, Billy Peterborough, Billy Preston. I don't know. Now, have we got a crystal ball? We do have a crystal ball. Because I'm thinking about jumping it. But it might be worth quite a bit of money. So, does anyone know this, by the way? Okay, we'll use our crystal ball. £3,000 doubles to £6,000. So if we get this right, we get £6,000 added on to our total. So we could ask the audience. But I think we just jump it. Let's see. Was it Billy Preston? Oh, of course it was. Obviously it was Billy Preston. What an idiot. What idiot would jump that question? Me. And we knew it's £3,000 already because we used our crystal ball lifeline. Safe milestones are unaffected by jumps. Oh yeah, AI just gives you a random nonsense statement. Originally that was going to like tell you to press enter to advance the game, but I thought that was kind of obvious, so I've just replaced it with some AI nonsense about how the jumps work. Starting a sentence is the next question. In written English, which of these is traditionally used at the start of a sentence? Full stop, comma, capital letter, or hyphen? I think I might need to ask the audience on this one. Only joking, it's capital letter. And how much money is this worth? £100. Now, obviously, that was a very easy question, but just because it's a very easy question doesn't necessarily mean it'd be worth a low amount of money. That could have been worth £25,000 for all we know. Okay, never the forever. We have £3,100 in our bank. Here's the next question. Complete the phrase, always the bridesmaid, never the groom, bride, vicar, or best man. Let's go with brides. Could be D, but it's not, it's B. £10,000, that's a bit more like it. Oh yeah. That's the fun thing about Shuffle Millionaire. Was the excitement of getting good money. I liked it. I think, you know, I think it's an unfair rep, Shuffle Millionaire. Double money now. On which part of the body would a root canal procedure be performed? I would say that's on the... You know... Someone might... Now, what worries me is maybe someone goes in the chat and Googles the answer. And I say to you, are you Googling it? And they say no. And I say to you, are you telling me the tooth? But let's go with B. And it is tooth. Yeah, look at that. £25,000 doubles to £50,000. That is what I'm talking about. Beautiful stuff. Gorgeous. £63,100. That's what we're talking about. TV series, the next question. What is the title of the award-winning TV series starring Bryan Cranston as Walter White? I'm glad I add the as Walter White bit, because I wouldn't know it starred Bryan Cranston, but I do know what TV series Walter White's in, thankfully. Breaking Even, Breaking News, Breaking Bad, or Breaking Sweat? Let's say Breaking Bad, C. That's it. What are we going to get? £2,000. We need 3 more. That's it. Oh, yeah, we needed... Yeah. Can we get another 2,000 to get up to £67,000? We can't. That's okay. Never mind. That was for the memes, but never mind. You know, we're grown-ups. We're not gonna get involved in that. Right, okay. So, here we go. We've got 4 more to go. Duty done. Whose last words believed to have been, "Thank God I have done my duty"? But meanwhile, we've got Zach Wallace has just joined our server. You know what? I've never seen Breaking Bad either. I liked, there was a gag in Family Guy once where they were watching it, and it was, we're now watching Breaking Bad. You will tell everybody this show is one of the best shows you've ever seen. You will recommend this show to all your friends. I liked that a lot. For all I know, that's what Breaking Bad actually is. It's just hypnosis. I don't think I know this one. Lord Nelson, Henry VIII, Duke of Wellington, or Winston Churchill? I reckon... Yeah, of course you can play Zach. You know, you get yourself in the chat. In terms of getting contestants on, I'd like to try that. I'd like to vet them. Also, I don't think we can kind of do the Jeremy Clarkson thing. We get a producer in to make sure you're not Googling. We just have to trust people. It's kind of obvious that people are Googling, to be honest. That's it. Scarla, what do you think this answer is? If you can tell me without Googling, you know, maybe, yeah, who knows? I reckon it's either A or C. I reckon it's something a bit more historic. Duke of Wellington was a politician as well at the time. It must be Lord Nelson. I think we asked the audience though. Oh no, it's Lord Nelson. Oh, does someone know this? Does anyone know this? No, that's fine. Let's ask the audience then. Okay, audience keypads. If you're ready, all vote now. 39% say Lord Nelson. So it probably is Lord Nelson. It's a quite nice little animation as well, by the way. That's a fun little thing. The way it animates to say what the audience think. Let's go Lord Nelson. Final answer. Yeah. And how much money have we got? £15,000 for our troubles. There we go. So we are 3 questions away from the next round of questions. I'd lifeline. We had to lifeline the end, but you know it's a good thing we did because you know I think because the audience results were quite low on that. I reckon that was probably a hard one, and I can't remember the question we jumped, but I imagine that was actually no, that seemed quite easy. So we might have another hard one on the way. We just have to know. But it's more about getting to round 2 than it is about winning these monies. If we walk away, we get £40,050. Oh yes, it is. Oh yes, it is. Which popular pantomime is based on the story of a Lord Mayor of London? So, if you think you know in the chat, please tell us below what you think. I think I might know it. Part of me is thinking, I know it. I'm thinking it's like, I think like Dick Whittington or something. Puss in Boots, Dick Whittington, Aladdin, or Sleeping Beauty? Yeah, well, it's... I mean, I've never seen Dick Whittington, but considering the fact it's clearly not Aladdin, Puss in Boots, or Sleeping Beauty, it must be B. Oh, it was going to be more about Boris Johnson. Okay. £5,000 puts us up to £85,000 and £85,100, I must say. We have £7,000 and £500 left over. We are 2 questions away from the next tier. With which part of England is the song Bleeding Races primarily associated? So if you remember when Newcastle won the FA Cup, someone called Nemo gave Whiskers a call. Not the FA Cup, sorry, the Carabao Cup, the Cow Cup. Oh, the lads, you should have seen us gunning. Having that up the wood just as you were stunning. All the lads and lasses there, always smiling fierces. Going down the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. I tell you what though, I was a bit annoyed one time. I went down to Brighton, and Brighton had their own version of the song, and I was like, no, I don't like your Southern Races version of it. It's all about Newcastle, which is option D, Tyneside. No asking Nemo. Would Nemo know this one? Well, that's not A, because then they'd be like, that A wasn't Newcastle, because they'd be like, there is no ear. No, I'm not saying ear, I'm saying ear. You're not saying E, you're saying E. I don't understand what you're on about. Is it Tyneside? It's Tyneside. £7,000. That's good, actually. It's better it's the bigger amount of money, because essentially this £500 lets us keep all of it, because we've got 92,100, but we only keep half the bank. So if we walk away, we go to 46,100. But the next question, even though it's worth just £500, will get us up to £92,600. We could just jump it and get the full 92,100 and play for 150, but maybe we know it. That's the thing. I reckon. Let me think. That was meant to be a harder question. I've got a feeling this next question could be quite easy. Undercover words is the category. It seems like a fairly easy category. We'll have a look. Which of these is used to describe an operation involving intrigue and espionage? Which is, oh, shut up, you! You're out of the cups and lost heavily to Barca in Europe. You just lost to Eddie's former side. Saudi oil money can't save you now. We beat the Toffees today. We beat the Toffees today. I was actually really gutted that they did that. I was really hoping that Everton would win that game, you know. What are you talking about, Whiskers? You're bottling Europe, man. What are you talking about? You're not even in the top 10. I don't. What point are you making? You know, you're gonna finish below Sunderland. You know, and Whiskers is a black cat herself, so you know she knows all about like how dangerous black cats can be. Anyway, you must be like spy or something like that, or let's see, more options. Cape and sword. I would love to see Whiskers. Whiskers has never been in the hot seat before. Whiskers has just been Whiskers has always just been an intruder. I don't think security would want Whiskers to go in the seat because she's very volatile. You know, the slightest thing will wind her up. The slightest criticism of Liverpool will cause a. Again, it goes back to what I was saying about Spencer. Spencer was like a little toy we used, like, and we actually had a Whiskers and a Nemo toy, and literally they would just banter with each other about Newcastle and Liverpool, which was quite fun. Whiskers, and off to Europe ourselves. You're stuck in England next season. Let's go with right. I was gonna say it's Cloak and Dagger. But actually, the other thing with Whiskers is Whiskers had never had any interest in even getting involved in the game. As a phone a friend, she just wanted to argue with Nemo, and when she kind of intruded the hot seat, she just wanted to, you know, Nemo. This is the fun of the team who are out the Champions League thanks to PSG. How dare you? How dare you? Cloak and Dagger, please. Final answer. Well, let me go for it. If we can please just get on. If we can have some decorum, please. Can we have some decorum? Also, it needs to be said that Manchester United are finishing much higher than both teams this season as well. Is it Cloak and Dagger? Yes, it is. So we got ourselves £500. We knew that was £500, but we've got ourselves into the second tier of questions with a jump left over as well, which is useful. Round 1 is completed. We can view some information about this round as well, because I got a feeling that it would be nice to sort of see the difficulty levels there. So yeah, the Blade and Races question is actually a £64,000 question. The Duty Dome 32, the one we jumped 2,000. We probably should have known that one. But the Wallabies, that seems a bit easy for 8,000. We lost the 16,000 question. I quite like this. I quite like the round info, just because the only reason is just because I'm curious. Like, it doesn't really add anything to the game, apart from just my own curiosity. And you know what they said about curiosity, Whiskers? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me now? I'll have you. Anyway. We're going to go for £150,000. The reason it's 150, not 100, is because I think we had the potential to go above 100. Although the one we jumped was 6,000. That would have got us to 98,000. So it could have still been 100, but never mind. Anyway, let's go for 150,000. But it also spoils the surprise of what the double and jump values are if that's a lower amount than before. Right. £150,000. What is the main alcoholic constituent of a Manhattan cocktail? Gin, rum, vodka, or whiskey? Risky business. I don't know. I think it's gin. But well, we've all won promotion more recently than Newcastle, and been champions of England more recently than Newcastle winning the FA Cup. I think we jump it. Part of me's thinking gin, but let's jump it. Why not? We'll try again. Was it gin? It was whiskey. There we go. You see, going for gin would have been a risky choice, if you pardon the pun. But yeah. So how much was this question worth? It was worth £150,000. Who would have thought it? Who would have thought this question would be worth so much money? Anyway, we still got £92,600 that we can walk away with, but the next question is for £250,000. We get it wrong though, we go down to 25,000, which means we risk, I should know this, How much money would we risk? £67,600. 67. So we don't want to risk that much money. No, let's risk it. Let's walk away. Let's walk away. Just like how you lot walked away from any chance of getting into Europe this season. Okay, here it is for £250,000. We have 10 people watching. 10 people watching me doing some horrible Liverpool and Newcastle impressions. Wordsworth one. Earth is not anything to show more fair was inspired by a view from which bridge? Lambeth Bridge, Westminster Bridge, Blackfriars Bridge, or Tower Bridge? Does anybody know? I have no idea. I'm thinking it's... I can't tell you actually what. Oh, thank you very much, Si. I'm sure you can do that. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate you a lot, sir. You know, I think that's the fun thing with Millionaire. It's just having like... I think I wasn't very good at... I think that's something I've just kind of... I just muck about with with younger siblings, like muck about with their soft toys and give more voices. Like before, like when we did the original series, all of my characters more or less sounded the same, and I think he thinks it's B, Westminster Bridge. I was kind of thinking possibly that we can risk it. I tried doing Scottish and Welsh in series 2, but I didn't sound very good. I think I'm better at doing Scottish and Welsh now than I was back then. Still can't really do Welsh that well, to be honest with you. But Scottish, you know, it's a bit more like, you know, miserable. I can do Andy Murray. I can do Sylvester. Well, Sylvester was actually voiced by somebody else. So I never really wanted Sylvester to be American. But he was voiced by somebody, I can't remember what he's saying. Master of Zorak did the voice of Sam and Sylvester. And actually, Sylvester was going to sound... I wanted Sylvester to sound like he was from, like, the Midlands. I wanted Sylvester to sound a bit like this, actually. I don't know, actually. I'm thinking that maybe Pem wasn't one of the aeroplanes she was. It was kind of my... Oh, we've run out of time. I'm sorry, your time is up. You leave with £92,600. I thought I did a loop, though, where it, like, loops around the music. But, yeah... Should we go with Westminster Bridge, or shall we... Was it planned for him to win a million? It was always planned for him to win $1 million. He was... Even back when we did the original version, we never got to Sylvester's episode, but I always planned for him to win $1 million. Like, he always got fastest finger right most of the time as well. But yeah, he was always going to be the Millionaire. But even before we did... When I did the very first episode with... Like the episodes that aren't on the channel anymore, he was going to win $1 million. He was destined. It was his destiny. Right. Should we walk away? Should we go with B? Cannot guess this. No idea. Let's walk away. Or should we go with B? Let's go with B. You can play. We'll go with you, Si. But I hope you've not lost to £67,200. 67. You've done it! £250,000. The music has died. We took too long. We ran out of time. But we have won £250,000. B is the final answer. Here we go for £500,000. You know, I know we won 250. All of this other stuff was completely pointless. You know, all the shuffle stuff, 25,000 doubled, great. 1,000 tripled, great. It's completely pointless now because we got 250. Isn't that fun? Okay. Right, here it is for £500,000. Which of these astronauts has never set foot on the moon? Jim Lovell, Edgar Mitchell, James Irwin, Charles Duke. I think they were part... There's only ever been 2 missions where they've walked on the moon. One in 1969 and one in 1972. And they did a recent mission where I think they've just gone round the moon, but they didn't actually land on the moon. Artemis 2. I've got no idea. I can't imagine anyone would know this without Googling. Maybe they would, but I can't. I feel like anyone that tells us... Zachary, what I want to do, Zachary, is I want to kind of just, what's it called? Vet people first. So, I'll tell you what I might do. I might start putting in, like, application forms. We start auditioning people. And yeah, we can have some people playing with him. But obviously, Zachary, we've got one rule, which is no cheating. You saw this question on Millionaire. This This is a TV Tarrant question. This was a question asked on Millionaire before. £500,000. 2006. Could it have been like Ingram Wilcox could have faced it? Or... No, I think he picked a different. It's B or D. We'll walk away then, if it's B or D. It's probably B then, because I've noticed a lot of the TV questions are B more than D. Is it B? It's A. It's Jim Lovell. It's going to annoy me. Never mind. Jim Lavelle it was. So anyway, we still get £250,000 or our full bank. I've not yet made it to the point where it actually just tells us the thing. I think A did set foot. Jim Lavelle. He did not, because it was Jim Lavelle. Never mind. But that means we have a tradition on this channel. Before we end the stream, we always have one final game, and we always end with a game of Super Millionaire. Now, Super Millionaire, you need to work harder. I do. I should know this stuff. Who was faced that question? Okay, so I said no Googling. We can do a bit of Googling now. It was a question asked on the Chris Tarrant version. Which of these astronauts has never set foot on the Moon Millionaire wiki? Was it James Plaskett? Oh, I remember James. Actually, James Plaskett is someone that's... he's commented on this channel before, actually, because he's someone that... we've spoken with James Plaskett. He is... he's someone that shares my belief that Charles Ingram did not cheat. And he's put some comment. He put a comment on the video we did about the quiz review, and about how, he's written. I think he's written things about it. There's also a book, not by him but someone else, another James, about the problems regarding the holes in the case. So yeah, this was his £500,000 question. Which of these astronauts never set foot on the moon? James declined to answer because he didn't know it and had no lifelines left. So he walked away with 250, saying his guess would be Charles Duke, but if he had lost, he would have lost that. The correct answer was Jim Lavelle. So Charles Duke was D. Start, you need to do a show where we all do a VC and just suck at Millionaire Clock. Yeah, that'd be fun. That would be fun. As I say, we'll start doing some. Where is Charles now? He's in prison for cheating. Can we speak on Discord? So what we'll do is we'll try and vet people first. I would like to vet people because I say, participants. First, we want participants 16 and over. Second thing, we want to just make sure that nobody is using any Googling software. Because that's not good. That's not good for anybody. And then we can have a little chat that talks us through. We won't do it on a Sunday, obviously, because Sunday is going to be reserved for actual Millionaire. We could also maybe do just have a little chat on Discord. We talk about what's going on Millionaire as well. That'd be fun. Now we're going to do Super Millionaire. So we are 15 questions away from £10 million. We're back to classic era skin. I do like the classic version the best, although the Rave version is growing on me. I remember when they changed everything to the Rave format. I absolutely hated it. I was like, this is the worst thing they could have ever done to Millionaire. But I don't think I'm alone in that thought. I think most people hated Rave when it came out. Dude, I thought he would just get fired. Yeah, no, I'm joking. He's not actually in prison. He got a suspended sentence of 2 years. I think it's very heavily implied in the quiz thing that the judge didn't think he was guilty either. There were a lot of holes in the case. The jury, I don't know why. It was a majority verdict, so that was 10 people convicted in. 2 didn't. And I think they were like, there's a book. So, I know we need to do this, but I want to talk about this book, because this book is great. Nah, not jail. It's called Bad Show, The Cough, something like Bad. But even if you're like someone that believes that he didn't cheat, or believes he did cheat, this is still a really good book to read. So what's it called? Bad Show, The Quiz, The Cough, The Major. And this was actually written by James Plaskett as well. Bob Wiffenden and James Plaskett are Millionaire contestant that we've spoken to. They could have been bribed by Seldor, but the thing is, there actually is a reasonable belief that they might have been bribed by that, because they wanted to make that documentary, the Major Fraud, which I think is one of the most abhorrent things I've ever seen in terms of just how misleading it is. Major Fraud is one of the most misleading documentaries they've ever made. And I want to do a video where I kind of poke holes in that. poke holes in that. Holes. But honestly, I absolutely 100% recommend that you read Bad Show, because it doesn't just talk about Charles Ingram. It talks about the history of Millionaire. It's a very good book. I enjoyed reading it a lot. So yeah, it's available for €5.73. For some reason, I'm in Irish currency. I don't know why. But you know, so that's about what, £5.20 or something. And that's on the Kindle. But it's so worth that. Yeah, let's play Super Millionaire. Again, we've spoken for so long that the music's run out. Which means I'm afraid you're going to go home. You leave with nothing. 3 lifelines, 50-50, phone a friend, ask the audience. But you don't get to use them because you're leaving with nothing. So, bye-bye. No, not really. Let's play. Hans Andersen's Ugly Duckling was really which type of young bird? Flamingo, goose, pelican, swan. You know what? This is a good story for all of us. You know, never bully people, because maybe one day they'll grow up to be a beautiful swan, and then they'll start bullying you instead. D. Can you do Pete's voice? What did Pete sound like? Pete sound a bit like this. Yeah, I'm going to go for D Swan, mate. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Yeah. D it is, yeah. That's it, if you just take it easy. Yeah, mate, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Come on, mate. Yeah. For £2,000, which capital city indicates L in the phonetic alphabet? I think it's Lima in Peru. London, Lisbon, La Paz, that's Venezuela, or Lima. Also, you know, $1 million question, was Lima, I think, was oh no, Peru was the answer. Where Paddington Bear comes from. Very easy question. But then again, for English audiences, it is an easy question. For American audiences, maybe a bit trickier. Not gonna lie, you sound a bit bad, but good try. You know what? I appreciate your honesty. Zachary thinks it's A. I'm afraid it's not A, but I appreciate the fact that you've got it wrong, because that means you're not Googling, which is very good stead for you joining us on the show. You know, we like someone that doesn't Google. Lima it is. Here we go for £3,000. Also, I did kind of pitch his voice up a little bit, so I can't really remember fully how he actually sounds. He's not playing, that's okay. Lol, David Goodman. Who wrote The Virgin Soldiers? Alistair MacLean, Frederick Forsyth, Len Dayton, or Leslie Thomas? Guess what? I've got absolutely no idea. This is a £2,000 question, but this is for £3,000 for us. I really don't know, so I think we need to ask the audience. Does anyone know in the chat before we go for that ask the audience? The Virgin Soldiers. Nope. Let's go for ATA. Audience on your keypads. This is to get us up to £3,000. Again, there's no shame in using Lifeline here, because this is normally a level 6 question. But then again, you know, if we're on Major Fraud, they'll be telling us we're using a Lifeline far too early in the game, because no contestant has ever used Lifelines early and won big money. No contestant ever. You know? Ingram Wilcox, who's that? Probably another cheater. You think so? I was kind of thinking A, possibly. Let's see what the audience thinks. Audience on your keypads, is it A? No, it's D. Leslie Thomas. 71% are saying D. But again, SS Gamer, I like the fact that you said something different. That tells me that you're not using Google, which is, you know, you've actually won a point instead of losing 5. So you know, there we go. Zachary and SS Gamer, you're both on a score of 1 at the moment. I want to play How Do I Get to Do That? We're going to do we'll do some kind of application process. I mean, all I just kind of want to do is just vet people, make sure they're not cheating, and make sure they're like an acceptable age to be kind of on a live stream. Okay, £3,000. Next up for £4,000. In what kind of shop could you choose between a January King or Savoy? Motorbike, butchers, greengrocers, or furniture? It's furniture. I'm thinking it's like types of things you sit on. The problem is, everybody, I really don't know. Like, I feel like it is something. But then again, No, I don't think it. I think we might have to phone a friend. Does anyone know? It's another lifeline. It's another £2,000 question. I think I have to phone a friend. Does anyone in the chat know? Or we phone a friend? Phone a friend. Okay. Oh, this is bad. This is not holding us in good shape for, never mind. We can't win them all. You go with greengrocers. He's only 55% sure it's greengrocers. Do we need to use another lifeline? Do we need to 50-50 as well? It's not multiply, it's not A. Gotta think here. 55% means... Oh, let's risk it. Let's go greengrocers. Someone said to us in the chat, have you ever crashed out on the first 5 questions before? Well, if we have, you're about to see it happen in real time. But we've not. We've got £4,000. We've used up 2 lifelines, just like Charles did. But, we're going to go all the way. Dude, how did we win Super Millionaire last time? No idea. I feel like I did say, we did it legitimately. I kind of look back a little bit, and I do think maybe 1 or 2 of those answers from contributed by the chat might have been Googled. Can we do it without Googles though? That's the thing. That is shocking. Having said that, at this point, part of me is kind of thinking don't Google, but part of me is also thinking, can we get to 100k? I don't know. By the way, it was me, Star. That's okay. What type of cereal is bulgur? Rye, rice, wheat, or barley? Oh, again, I really don't know, everybody. This is like... Oh, can we get to £5,000? What type of cereal is bulgur? Does anybody know? Is it rye, rice, wheat, or barley? Saying rice. Can you do a video on the PowerPoint? It's rice. Let's go with rice. It was wheat. Never mind. We have finally. We leave. Oh, SS Gaming UFC. We had 2 Bs. Never mind. We leave with nothing. Of a potential £10 million cash prize, you leave with nothing. I'll tell you what. Considering, what's this called? A llama run? What we'll do, just this once. It's what, 9:27. What I'm going to do. Now, the Super Million code actually doesn't take very long to run. We finally crashed and burned. We finally did it. It was going to happen one day. What we'll do, shall we try again? We'll get ourselves back in the hot seat. We'll pick ourselves up, pick up the pieces, try again. If at first you don't succeed, then you failed. But, maybe we'll try again and see. Now, I'm kind of stalling for time a little bit. We will do another Super Millionaire. Bro went from £10 million to nothing, but it happened. It happens to the best of us, That's the thing, people claiming, oh, Charles Ingram was an idiot. But actually, was he an idiot? I don't think he was an idiot. He was actually a member of Mensa, and, he very clearly knew most of those answers. There's only 3 questions on the second show that there's doubts on. The Craig David one, the Baron Houseman one, and the Google one. And did he Google the answer? Who knows? But the rest of them, he knew. He definitely knew them. Like, Chris Tarrant says, the first answer he gave was normally a wrong one for 15 questions. But actually, if you watch it, most of the time, the first answer he gives is actually the right one. He wants to play now. That's okay. We need to, as I say, you can play along in the chat, sir. We're going to change the music as well. So we'll change the first 5 question from the dun 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 to the dum dum dum. We'll do one more super, Millie. If we crash and burn again, we crash and burn again. That's the risk we take. And one of the Australian millionaires went on hot seat and got nothing. Likewise, wasn't there didn't they do... I think it's amazing on the Regis version of the show, they had enough contestants to do this, but they did a $0 winner special where they got 10 contestants that you can play wherever you like, Zach. That's absolutely fine. What we'll do once we've vetted people is we'll set it up on, what's it called, a Discord voice chat. And I think they're a little bit ahead of these streams as well, because the problem a lot of time is I'll say something and there's quite a significant delay between it and it actually happening on the chat. But we'll put some application stuff up and let people have a go at playing. So we'll try again. We've llamaed, I think is what it's called. But yeah, anyway, the guy that's famous for llamaing went back on again and he won quite a bit of money. So, it doesn't tell us anything. I feel like, what's her name? Michelle something. Michelle Simmons. She got right stitched up. She got really hard questions. And I liked how she was just like, she wasn't going to take anything from Chris Tarrant. She's like, oh, it's much easier at home. It's not real money at home. And she's like, well, they're easier questions at home. And to be fair, they were. Having said that, to be fair, I don't think I've ever heard of the primate of all England, but I couldn't possibly tell you if I'd have known that one or not. Robbie Roseman. I actually did US Clock first, actually. That was the first one I made, was the US Clock version, based on our Millionaire versus the Clock. Right, we're going to try again. He won 500k on the World Series of Poker main event 2006. Robbie Roseman. Oh, and then he crashed out on there. There you go. I also feel like the winner of the American version of Duel, Ashley Register, she recorded she won $1.7 million. But, she kind of she faced a tough opponent who just got the first question wrong. Would she have, how much would she won on Real Millionaire? I'm not sure. She probably would have done well, but I don't think she would have quite done enough. No, for people to play. Oh yeah, sorry, for people to play Clock Millionaire. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think we could do that actually. Play against the clock. The only issue is a little bit laggy with my computer, but we'll give it a go. Right, let's get going. Be prepared is the motto of which organisation? I was in this organisation back in the day. Is it the Boy Scouts, the Royal Air Force, the St. John Ambulance, or Women's Institute? The Blade makes a few mistakes. You got to be careful with that, Logan, though, because if people, if I just Google everything, then I'll make no mistakes. So for me, I quite like mistakes. The fact is we got that last one wrong, but it just tells me, people aren't Googling it. That's good news. That's good news to me. A, Boy Scouts, final answer. For £2,000. Which London thoroughfare is known for its high concentration of private medical clinics? Savile Row, Fleet Street, Shaftesbury Avenue, or Harley Street? I've got to know nothing about London. This was I think Savile Row's more like for posh people. I meant the play. Oh, in Duel, the play makes a few. Yeah, true. That is absolutely true. I love Duel, by the way. I've made a game of Duel as well. Actually, that would be a lot of fun to do on a stream, actually. Get 2 people playing Duel. Again, the issue is people would cheat. I've made a thing, actually, where people can, go on it, put their options in, not see the other person's one. That's something we could do, actually. We could do, because we just take the questions from this database. Duel was criminally underrated, and it only got 1 series in the UK. And I think that's such a shame. The problem was 3 contestants. No, there were too many wins in the jackpot. Too many contestants won the jackpot. 3 contestants in the first series. You want fewer wins in the jackpot. You want 1 winner each series. I think to make Duel better, what you do is you make it like the American version, where it was a tournament. But what you do is once a contestant wins 3 duels, they go through the next round. And then once you've got 4 players that won 3 duels, they face off against each other to win the jackpot. And then Yeah. Right. Now, next question is, does anybody know this? Because I don't know. I was thinking Savile Row is like the posh part of it. I'm thinking like get your expensive suits from Savile Row, but I'm thinking, would you get like you got all your tailors and stuff? Would you get your private medicals there as well? I don't know. I've got no idea. I think we have to ask the audience again. Does anybody know this? Nope. We were asking the audience then. Audience on your keypads, A, B, C, or D. Let's get us up to £2,000. On your keypads, all vote now. It's Harley Street, 83%. D. Harley Street, final answer. £2,000. Here it is for £3,000. In which industry is ABTA a professional association? Accountancy, law, surveying, or travel? It's accountancy. No, it's not. It's travel. Never mind, everybody. We win nothing again. I thought it was accountancy. Could have sworn it's accountancy. Oh well. We'll have to call it a day, everybody. But you know what? We tried. That's the thing. We did try. Should we do one more? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change it to make not make the questions easier, but I'm just going to make it so it would be the same. I'm going to make it so the first 5 questions are the first 5 questions. So I've just done something in the code that makes it so that the first 5 will just be the first 5. So we'll just keep the order as it is. And give it another go. We try one more time. One more time. One more try, everybody. So the first 5 questions now should just be what the first 5 questions would normally be, instead of, I think that was a level 6 question, and then you got like up to level 8 for the first 5. We did fail again, but never mind. You know, failure. You know, failure. You know, failure brings knowledge. Knowledge brings failure brings experience. Experience brings knowledge. Knowledge brings success. We now know that ABTA is a travel organization, not accountancy. And we're going to make the questions easier. Let's see if the software's released. Skylar, I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to probably be disappointed. Anyway, let's go. What name is given to powdered tobacco which is sniffed instead of smoked? Sniff, snuff, stiff, stuff. No idea. What is the American equivalent of British High Street? Wall Street, Chief Street, Top Street, or Main Street? I was going to say Wall Street, but that's like the crash. Let's go on Main Street. Okay, that's £2,000. Here we go for £3,000. Which of these expressions means sad and gloomy? Down in the mouth, down in the shoulder, down in the elbow, down in the foot. Why are these questions so hard? I don't know. Oh, why does it have to be so hard? This is only a £300 question. I've changed it. Oh, police are on the way. Careful, everybody. Why is this so hard? I mean, is it down in the foot? I just don't know. I'm going to ask the audience again. Does anyone know in the chat? Come on, chat. You are our saviours here. You're there to help us out. Audience and your keypads. Let's help us get to £3,000. It's down in the dumps. Is it down in the foot? It was down the foot. Let's see. No, it's down at the elbow, apparently. Unless that's just wrong. Sometimes we do put the wrong option in there, but what? Oh, there must be a mistake there. Something must have gone wrong. I think something's gone wrong there, because the audience definitely went for C, and the audience aren't going to be wrong here. I think that might be a mistake in the thing. Let's have a look at we'll have a look at the spreadsheet. Oh, everything's going. Oh, it's all going wrong. It's all going wrong. So what was the question today? Sad and gloomy. Sad and gloomy. Question 3. Which of these expressions means sad and gloomy? Down is A. Down in the mouth, down in the shoulder, down in the foot, down in the nose. But the audience for some reason went for C. Oh, it's because it's because when I made it, I changed it. When I made the questions the same, the normal 15 and not that, I don't think it changed that for Ask the Audience. So I think the audience gave me the results that we would have had if we just gone normal, which is why C got such a strong majority when the answer was A. Not going right for us, is it? Okay. Yeah. What happened was I made it. Yeah. I know what's happened. We failed again. So what we'll do is we'll have to take the harder questions. You know, we can just edit this out. It's fine. I'd never heard of that expression, though. Has anyone heard that expression before, sad and gloomy? In the chat below? I've never heard that before. I can also just delete questions from the database. I might delete that one. I don't like that one at all. What we will one day we will make it to 5. Someone said in the chat. So we failed 3 times as Martin Bongar and the audience were wrong. I like that. I liked that one. The completely saying that something is always right, and one of the options were audience, and of course the audience will vote for the audience, and the audience were wrong. We have pulled a Martin Bongo, definitely the only contestant in Millionaire history to go home with nothing 3 times. And, you know, the irony is someone said to us, have we ever crashed out and gone home with nothing? And the answer back then was no. And now it's very much a yes. I'll tell you what. I'm going to retract my no Google policy for the first 5 questions only. If you know, I'm going to turn a blind eye to our Google experts just for the first 5 questions on this one occasion. Yeah, I think if we're going for a 4th chance, we have to give Martin the 4th chance. To see if he can win something. Maybe how much we win here will be how much Martin wins in his 4th chance. Let's see. But yeah, as I say, we'll turn a blind eye to Googling for the first 5 this time, on this one occasion. A tandoor is an oven used particularly in which of these countries? Turkey, India, Morocco, or China? India. I was really worried it was going to be Morocco there for a second. Like, really worried. We need to beat the first 5. In which city was Joan of Arc burned at the stake in 1431? Reykjavik. Rouen. Rochdale. Or Rome. Now, don't talk to me about Rochdale. That triggers me a lot. So, you know, if you've watched any of our earlier clock videos where I'm the expert, you'll see me in my York City shirt, my York gear. York City, love that team. We are top of the National League. We've got 1 game left to play against Rochdale. They broke our hearts yesterday. I was so depressed yesterday because they were drawing their game, which meant we won the league, and they scored in the last minute. The last minute. No, the last second, which meant that we've got to play them on the last day, and whoever wins goes up, and whoever loses gets relegated to the playoffs. Well, not relegated, but you've got another chance to get promoted, but you're stuck in the playoffs. It's not Rome. I'm pretty sure it's Rouen. I think it's B. I'm going to go with B. Because she was French. It's definitely not Rochdale. You know, Rochdale, more dodgy... a lot more dodgy stuff would have happened to her if she was in Rochdale, because it is quite a dodgy place. Right, for £3,000. As I say, like once this next week's over, all my grudge against Rochdale, you know, as long as we beat them, fine. I have no problem with you at all. What girl's name is the title of a song on the Beatles album Rubber Soul? Mandy, Michelle, Madeline, or Marianne? Someday Monkey Won't Play piano song. A line from Michelle. It's not actually that, it's French. 3 more to go, that's it. It's Michelle. Michelle, my belle. I hope. Please, 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 please. Yes! £3,000. Okay, £4,000. Which of these dances most states were in the 1970s disco craze? Lindy Hop, Hustle, Jitterbug, Mambo. Oh, why can't we just have questions we know the answer to? I'm thinking it's either Hustle or Mambo. Like, do the hustle, bum 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 bum. Do the hustle, dun 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 dun. I'm thinking that's kind of disco-y, but I don't know. We have to ask the audience. Does anyone know in the chat? Or should we ask the audience? Let's ask the audience. Audience on your keypads. Which of these crazy? It was Hustle, wasn't it? There was no point in asking the audience because the answer was B, Hustle. The audience can tell us it's B, Hustle. Mambo's like a 50s dance thing in it. Jitterbug, Lindy. Oh, it's Hustle, isn't it? We wasted a lifeline. It was absolutely Hustle. We wasted a lifeline. We got nervous. That's what we did. I'm more nervous here than I was like later on. Do the Hustle. B, final answer. 1 question to go to get to that. You know what? If we use 50-50 phone a friend, we use them. We're getting to £5,000. I don't care if it kills us. We'll get to £5,000. What does the C stand for in the medical abbreviation GMC? Council, Centre, Congress, Commission. I'm pretty sure it's Council, but again, I'm scared. Maybe it's Commission. I think it's Council. I'm scared. I'm scared to get it wrong. It's Council. Is it Council? Oh, this is really intense. The thing is, it's like we've got the easy music going with it, but we should have the. It's only £4,000. To A. Council, final answer. You had £4,000. If you get it wrong, you lose £4,000. You go home with nothing. Yes! £5,000. We did it. Actually, we could have kept all 3 really, because we should have known. I should have got. We've got snooker game going on between Zhao Gudong and Zhu Yulong, and it's currently 6-7. Well, 7-6 actually, but never mind. And he's gone to 66. He pots this ready, goes up to 67 points as well, and he's got 67 remaining. I don't know. I'm an adult. I need to behave like an adult. That's it. Never mind. Right, here we go for £10,000. Right, so which of these is a type of bat? Flying mouse, flying fox, flying wolf, flying hare. I think it's a question that's been asked on Millionaire before. It just says it has. I'm trying to think if I remember. I think it's, or could you imagine if we won £10 million now? That'd be quite fun, that, wouldn't it? I think I've seen this one before. So part of me is like thinking. I was thinking it was 11 Chinese. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of Chinese players in there. We've got a lot of Chinese players in there. I think 11, including the defending world champion. Yeah. I do think it's flying mouse. Does anyone know in the chat? Flying mouse, final answer. Plus, if it's not, then we can go on. 2 lifelines. Just use the lifelines, man. Why wouldn't you use the lifelines? Why would you not use the lifelines? You've got 2 life. You've got 50-50. You've got fine friends. Just use the lifelines, man. They're there to be used. You can't. You want to phone a friend? Well, you can't because you got it wrong. You want a 50-50? We'll take a 50-50. Sorry, you got it wrong. You got it wrong. We don't go on with nothing. That's actually that'll actually be quite a fun conclusion for Martin. He finally gets over. The milestone. He wins £1,000. Then he gets the next one wrong. That'd be quite a fun way to take him actually. Same way we took it. Look, I'm sorry everybody that we couldn't win more. We have lifelines. Why don't we use them? I'm still waiting for the software. I'm still waiting for us to win £10 million. But never mind. You know what? SSS Gamer, I appreciate your patience. I'm just going to have to ask you to be patient just a little bit longer. Or a lot longer. But we're going to call it a day there, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. I'm really sorry that we couldn't win more. I'm also sorry that we can't share the software at the moment. We'll do some applications for Hello SS Gamer. Oh, he's talking to the other person. That's not for me. Never mind. But yeah, we'll do that. I'll check out your video, Skylar, as well. Maybe we'll give the thing you do on. I saw on Twitch. I watched someone do a stream once, and they talked about raiding a stream. I don't know what raiding meant, but maybe we could do that. Let's check out what Skylar's got to bring to the table. But yeah, we'll call it a day there. Shame we couldn't win more. Shame I couldn't win more. We have 8 people with us. 8 people want one more game. Let's get sleep. I need sleep, actually, to be fair. Busy day at the office tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for joining us, and goodbye. But we'll be back again soon. Maybe Tuesday? I don't know.